Alright, let's do a really quick video now on 3 dark secrets of Black Dog. Before we get started, I just want to remind everyone that I have an ongoing series about Jimmy Page and the occult, Led Zeppelin's involvement in Satanism and magic. You can find it through clicking a link below in the description. An ongoing series that explores everything from the consecration of Jimmy Page's dragon telecaster to the secret meaning of the name Led Zeppelin, all the way to the pact magic and deals with the devil stuff. So click the link down there below to get started. The song Black Dog by Led Zeppelin is well known for several things. Number one, being loosely based around the song Oh Well by Fleetwood Mac. It's known that John Paul Jones composed the main riff. It's said that the song was named after the fact that a strange black dog kept wandering into Headley Grange, mysterious old workhouse where Led Zeppelin recorded much of Led Zeppelin 4. But I'm going to tell you 3 things here that you may not have considered in this legendary, if somewhat spooky song. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the idea that if you turn the cover of the album exactly the right way in a mirror, you can see the image of a black dog that appears, and here it is for you to look at yourself. A lot of people say that this was something that was very ominous and showed that Led Zeppelin is doing strange subliminal things with their artwork, let alone what might happen if you spin the album backwards, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But in this case, I think it's much ado about nothing. I don't think that it necessarily looks that much like a black dog, and I don't necessarily think that if you were going to put a subliminal image into something that it would be this complicated to ferret it out. But, it might be. I'm going to somewhat contradict myself when I talk about the backwards album stuff. Okay, so my number 2 secret of Black Dog is that while I don't think that there is a black dog visible in the cover in a mirror, I do think that the black dog folk myth that spreads all through Britain, including the county where Headley Grange was located, is a very important part of the song. And the black dog myth throughout Britain has so many different iterations, and Jimmy Page was such an enthusiast for folklore, particularly British folklore, and particularly dark folklore, that it's not possible, it's inconceivable that he would not be super aware of the black dog folk myth in Britain, which is simple. It's an omen of death. So if we take the title Black Dog and replace it with, well, a black dog just kept wandering into Headley Grange while we were recording the song, whether or not that happened, let's just say, well, black dog means omen of death. Well, what's song Black Dog about? It's about being a big, famous rock star and living to excess, partying to excess. And so maybe the idea behind it was that, live fast, die young, and live with the feeling of death hanging over your every moment, and live like there's no tomorrow. And I'm not saying that they were even conscious of this. I'm saying it's food for thought, as is my 3rd secret of Black Dog, which is during the guitar solo, the end of the song, you can clearly hear some unintelligible voices in the mix, and it gives the song an interesting, on-the-spot, spontaneous feeling to it. But here's something that you may not have considered. The fact that Stairway to Heaven is rumored to have backward messages on it could be hinted at by the mixing of talk into the song as a symbolic hint. Look, there's talk under the surface of the music. If you look for it, you can find voices under the surface of the music. Now, whether or not this is a direct hint to look for backwards messages, I'm not going to say one way or the other, but it is a statement of the fact that music speaks to you with voices, and that if you listen beneath the music, the tune will come to you at last. And I will follow up on this later with some more stuff about the supposed backward messages on Stairway to Heaven. Anyway, thanks for listening, and if you have a thought on this or any other topic connected to classic or contemporary music, please drop it in the section below. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.